In leaked audio, Sam Bankman-Fried has spoken on his potential life sentence and causing, in his words, net harm to the world. And so in this video, we're going to be looking at how Sam Bankman-Fried is going to have to come to grips with his potential life sentence for defrauding crypto exchange customers, and just how long realistically will he be facing in prison. Today's episode is sponsored by Cake Wallet, where you can send, receive, and even exchange your crypto right from within the wallet. Cake Wallet is open source and non-custodial, so you control your own private keys. Available today on iOS, macOS, Android, and Linux. And StealthEX, a privacy-centric crypto exchange which enables you to make crypto-to-crypto exchanges anonymously. Good evening everybody, and a warm welcome back to Enter Crypto with me, Chris Kenyon. Now today we're going to be talking about Sam Bankman-Fried again. It's a little bit of an update as to some audio that's been leaked. His trial has obviously finished now. I mean, I'm sure his lawyers will be doing all kinds of appeals and getting the wheels in motion as far as the appeal process is concerned. So I've found this article from thestreet.com. Let's just quickly read through it as always, guys, and then we'll comment after. So, after being found guilty on all 7 counts in a recently concluded fraud trial, FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried faces as much as 115 years in prison. Sam Bankman-Fried guilty on all 7 counts of the FTX fraud trial. Aaron Arnold of The Street Crypto reported in the video above. Amazing that the jury only took about 4.5 hours to deliberate and came back unanimously guilty on 7 counts. He's facing up to 115 years in prison. A tentative sentencing date has been set for March the 28th of 2024. A newly released interview suggests that he is coming to terms with the devastating impacts of his actions and prepared to admit guilt. As the jury quickly and unanimously found, Bankman-Fried was responsible for fraudulent business practices, vindicating a stance that the crypto community has maintained, but that the mainstream narrative does not always account for. The epic collapse of FTX was driven by the criminal actions of people, not underlying issues with the crypto asset class. This has nothing to do with crypto. This is base level fraud that happened in the crypto industry. Aaron Arnold said it could have happened anywhere. And more details in the newly released audio. Bankman-Fried seemed to admit his guilt and reflected on what a life sentence in prison would mean to him. This is exclusive leaked audio from a series of interviews Sam Bankman-Fried did when he was on house arrest with citizen journalist Tiffany Fong, who had, I believe, almost if not over 10 interview sessions. Austin Arnold reported as he prepared to play the clip. So let's just play the clip now and see what he's got to say and see what this audio is all about.
Hypothetically, we're in prison for life.
Try not to think about it. I don't think it's helpful to think about. And when I do ruminate, I tend to focus even in my ruminations on what what the pathways I'll have are, and what the my ruminations are half ruminations, half daydreams, and they always have some component of ways that I can make things, better, ways that I can do something for the world, ways that I can have some impact. If my life ended now, I would almost certainly have done that harm to the world. And it's hard to spin that.
How does that not weigh on you? Is that something?
Sorry, it doesn't weigh on me that people think I've done that harm. The fact that I have done that harm weighs enormously on me. I don't know. I try not to think about it and just think about the ways to make it as good as possible, rather than on the sunk cost. But that's I'm a lot more subdued, and I've there's a limit to how long I can sort of
Now, I don't know about you, but to me this just seems like more of the same. He's really only interested in his own opinion and his own outlook, and he says, oh, I've done a net negative. And she says, you know, does it worry you that people think that you've done it? And he's like, I don't care what people think, you just care about whether I have or not. So he really puts a lot of weight on his own opinion over anybody else's. And in normal life, it would be good not to worry about other people's opinions, you know, especially people you don't know and things like that. It would be somewhat of a strength. But in this instance, he's got responsibility. He's running an exchange. He must worry about what people think about his business. He's got investors to worry about. He's got creditors to worry about. So this whole, I don't, you know, worry about what people think, and that's just nonsense. He's got to, you know, he was the CEO of the second largest exchange in the world. He must be cognizant of what others around him are thinking, especially if they are losing, you know, huge amounts of money. So, as I said in previous videos, guys, I think he's going to go really quiet now with this. He's not going to be doing anything. He's not going to be up to anything because he's obviously in prison, just awaiting his sentencing. He's got another trial coming soon. I'm not sure of the date yet, but I know he's going to have another trial. There's talks of him having up to 115 years. That's the maximum sentence. Will he get that? I have no idea. There's other talks that actually it's not, it's not a violent crime or something, you know, there was nobody killed or anything like that. I know it was bad, but there was no violence involved. So some people are saying he might only get sort of 10 years. It's really up to the judge in this case. So I guess we'll find out in March. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on that notifications bell. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.